Weapon.
In our home right now, we have a little bit of an issue. Our youngest daughter hasn't quite learned to ride a bike yet, but she's desperate to join us on the trails. So I thought I'd make her a little something. The idea was simple. My goal was to mount an old bike seat onto the top tube of my bike, with whatever scraps I had lying around, and safety and stuff. This old seat, these bits of oak, and a bracket I never ended up using. I didn't end up patenting the design, so you're most welcome to download the PDF plans for just $9.99.99 per month. Could I have bought a kid's bike seat and just bolted it on? Absolutely. Would it have been better and safer in every possible way? Yes. But the thing about being a dad is to do the best you can with what's in your hands. To bodge it, figure it out, and tell your kids that you can do anything you put your mind to. Apart from a whole bunch of stuff which you find out when you become an adult and realize that life is actually quite difficult all of the time. Anyway, the build was progressing nicely and starting to take shape. I could now attach the oak strips to the pine block to create the subframe which will clamp onto the bike and ultimately hold the seat and foot pegs. And because I have a great eye for sizes and shapes, it was always my intention to widen the wooden base with a few washes so it could actually fit on the bike frame. Now we're getting somewhere. Down to the last couple of bits. Installing a pinch bolt so the child seat can be clamped onto the bike frame. The saddle, which proved to be a little tricky as I had to make a bracket and install it from underneath with a bolt that was too short. Nothing a bit of countersinking won't fix. I found this old bracket in a box at the back of the workshop and somehow it fitted rather well under the seat. All I needed to do was create a few grooves with the bench grinder for the seat rails to fit into and stop it from moving about during a ride. The last bit of hardcore fabrication was to drill out some holes with a spade bit for the foot peg to slide into. I used a standard piece of 16mm copper plumbing pipe. Now the final touches, which I probably wouldn't have bothered with if I didn't notice the marks I was making on my bike frame during this build. Nonetheless, only the best will do, and this thin foam lining was all I could find to use as protection. And there you have it, a bit of assembly required, and I'm ready to make one little girl very happy. It's Sunday morning and we're going to take this thing out onto the trails to see if it works. Pardon the interruption there, but I need to explain that this whole shoot that we went out to do on the trails was completely sideswiped by the fact that I forgot the memory card to this camera and the tripod plate to this camera. So I had to shoot the whole thing on my phone. What are you gonna do? So I apologize for the quality of the sound and the quality of the footage, although my wife did an amazing job filming all of us. Let's get back to it. Ready to go? These trails are so much more than a pet project, an obsession, or a hobby. They create an opportunity for quality time together, fresh air, fun, and a break from normal routine during the week. And if you're watching this and thinking, man, I really like to do that with the kids, then I hope this video encourages you to find some local trails, wait for a good weather day, and head out with the family. A word of advice though, take loads of snacks. I really appreciate the support of those who've subscribed, and if you enjoyed this and you're not subscribed, then please consider doing so. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. How's that? Time for snacks, I think.